At my best friend's bachelorette party, the fortune teller took one look at my palm and packed up her entire table. My best friend Mara had been planning this bachelorette party for months. Wine tasting, matching sashes, the whole thing. The highlight was supposed to be Madame Celeste, a fortune teller Mara found on Instagram who had 50,000 followers and charged $200 an hour. We were 4 drinks in when Madame Celeste arrived. She set up her table in the corner of the Airbnb, complete with candles, tarot cards, and a crystal ball that probably came from Home Goods. She wore flowing scarves and about 30 rings, and she had this whole mystical act down perfectly. Mara went first. Madame Celeste held her hand, closed her eyes dramatically, and told her she'd have 3 children and a long, happy marriage. Mara squealed and hugged her fiancé's photo. Standard fortune teller stuff. Then came my roommate Ashley. Madame Celeste told her she'd travel the world and find love in an unexpected place. Ashley literally cried happy tears. One by one, all 8 bridesmaids got their futures read. Career success, true love, adventures abroad. Everyone was eating it up, posting videos to their Instagram stories, having the time of their lives. Then Mara grabbed my arm. Your turn, go, go. I didn't believe in fortune tellers, but I'd had enough wine to play along. I sat down across from Madame Celeste and extended my right hand. She took it casually, still smiling from Ashley's reading. Then her eyes dropped to my palm. Her whole body went rigid. The smile vanished from her face like someone had hit a switch. Her grip on my hand tightened so hard it hurt, and I watched all the color drain from her cheeks. What? I asked, trying to laugh. Am I going to die or something? She didn't answer. She was staring at my palm like it was covered in blood only she could see. Her other hand went to her chest and she started breathing fast and shallow. The room got quiet. Mara stood up. Celeste, what's wrong? Madame Celeste dropped my hand like it had burned her. She stood up so fast her chair fell backward, and she started grabbing her cards and shoving them into her bag with shaking hands. I need to leave, she said. Her voice was completely different now. No mystical accent, no theatrical tone, just pure fear. Wait, what? Mara stepped toward her. We paid for the full hour. You haven't even done half of us yet. Keep the money, I'm leaving. She was dismantling her entire setup now, blowing out candles, wrapping her crystal ball in a scarf, knocking over her sign in her rush to pack everything. I stood up. What did you see? She looked at me and I swear I've never seen anyone look so terrified. I can't. I won't. You can't just freak out and leave, Ashley said. That's not fair. Madame Celeste grabbed her last bag and headed for the door. Mara blocked her path. Tell us what you saw, or I'm posting a review on every platform you're on. You don't get to scare my best friend and just walk out. Madame Celeste's hands were trembling so badly she could barely hold her bags. She looked at me one more time, and when she spoke, her voice was barely a whisper. Your lifeline doesn't end. The room went silent. What does that mean? I asked. It means exactly what it sounds like. Every palm I've ever read, the lifeline has an endpoint. Yours doesn't. It just keeps going across your hand, wrapping around your wrist, continuing up your arm. I've never seen anything like it. My stomach dropped. So I'm immortal or something? That's ridiculous. I don't know what you are, she said. But you're not like everyone else in this room, and I want no part of whatever you are. She pushed past Mara and practically ran out the door. We heard her car start 30 seconds later, tires squealing as she left. Nobody spoke. All 8 of my friends were staring at me like I'd grown a second head. Finally, Ashley grabbed my hand and looked at my palm. I don't see anything weird. It's just a regular hand. They all crowded around, studying my palm like it held secrets to the universe. I looked too. It looked completely normal to me. Just regular lines that everyone has. She was drunk, I said. Or high. That was crazy. But nobody was convinced, least of all me. Because here's the thing I didn't tell them. 3 years ago, I was in a car accident that should have killed me. The paramedics said I was clinically dead for 7 minutes. They brought me back, but the doctors couldn't explain how I survived with 0 brain damage and barely a scratch. 2 years before that, I fell off a cliff while hiking. 30-foot drop onto rocks. I walked away with a sprained ankle. Last year, I had bacterial meningitis, the kind that kills healthy adults in 48 hours. I was back at work in a week. I'd always told myself I was just lucky. But sitting there in that Airbnb, watching my friends examine my palm like it was evidence in a crime scene, a different thought crept in. What if luck had nothing to do with it? The party ended early. Everyone kept looking at me sideways like I might suddenly sprout wings or burst into flames. I went home and spent 3 hours researching palm reading. Every source said the same thing. Lifelines have endpoints. That's how they work. Mine apparently doesn't have one. I found Madame Celeste's real name through her LLC registration, Jennifer Morrison. She's been reading palms professionally for 19 years. I sent her an email asking what she really saw. She responded with one sentence. I saw someone who's been walking this earth far longer than 28 years, and I pray I never see anything like it again. I'm not sleeping well anymore.